great. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm great. Nice to talk to you.
Terrific, terrific. Hey, I've checked out your film, The Owners. Very, very thrilling. Congratulations.
Good. Good to know. Thank you for these kind words. Good that you appreciate it.
Hey, so where the original idea came from for The Owners?
It's an adaptation from a graphic novel, a Belgian graphic novel. We were looking for, with my co-writer Mathieu Gompel, we were looking for a simple story, but with a strong premise. I mean, something quite easy to produce, one location, 6 characters, but with opportunity to develop a very intense psychological thriller. And so we worked from this structure of graphic novel, but we finally took a lot of freedom, and I think the feature is quite different at the end from the graphic novel. It's the same start, same beginning, but things goes very differently at the end.
So you said it's a little bit different. Like, what are some of the major differences from the movie and graphic novel?
Well, a graphic novel, maybe in some ways, it's more binary. I mean, the bad guys, definitely it's more, how can I say, there is good and evil. I mean, and also the villain, the old couple is not old, and is the guy is more stronger physically. He was a soldier. He was soldier during war. So his superiority is mainly physical. And we really wanted to create something different with Mathieu. We wanted to play and to invert this archetype of villain, and to have not just stronger physically a bad guy, but to have very weak, very fragile, very polite, very warmful, but also versatile. So who can become eventually creepy, nasty, and who can manipulate people, but with fragile brain also, because Helen, again, she's sick. It's sincere, it's real disease, and it's very sad. But the husband has to play as like a chess player. He has to play with the pawns in front of him on the board, who are the young robbers, and his violence comes mainly from the robbers themselves. Mm-hmm. How the old couple manipulates them. So it's in this way it's more psychological thriller than horror film, and where the graphic novel is more horror graphic novel in a way.
Yeah, I think your usage of the older couple as sort of like sinister villains was far effective, because it came unexpected, and that to me was quite surprising.
Yeah. It was the main challenge. It's to have a different kind of villain, definitely, and also to start with empathy with this old couple, because they look totally inoffensive, and in some ways they are inoffensive. Physically, they have no power. They are really weak. It's the last period of their life, but they have more experience. They are smarter, and mainly they are deeper connected each other. Richard and Helen, they are connected by this deep love story, at the opposite of the young robbers who connection are more fragile between them. It's not a very strong group of robbers. There is a lot of misunderstandings, a lot of different strategy. All of them, they want something different. Where the couple, it's very strong in the way they act and they move. So it's mainly stories about it's a love story.
in that way. Tell us about the actors who portray the old couple, Sylvester and Rita. How are they perfect for this role?
It was thanks to Dan Hubbard, our casting director. I think he did an amazing job. He very, very fast he understood what I wanted, what I was searching for this movie, the energy I was looking for. And he proposed Sylvester McCoy very fast because he has this kind of double face. He's very funny human, very, very a lot of jokes, a great partner just to enjoy time, very warmful, welcoming. But he has in his skills as an actor this opportunity to go very far in darkness, and he has a large panel of playing as an actor. So he has this versatility. It was mainly the main things I was searching, the versatility. It's the same for Rita. For Rita, it was funny because a few months before the pre-production, I went to cinema just to enjoy time. And I saw A Taste of Honey. It's an old movie from the 60s, British movie. Important movie for the free cinema kind of equivalent of Nouvelle Vague, French Nouvelle Vague. And she played in this movie. And she was 20 years old, very young. She was already brilliant, very strange. She has some strange personality as an actress. And but I didn't do the connection by myself for my feature, for my own feature. It's thanks to Dan, who say, but why not Rita? She will be amazing. She's still working, of course. She's 75 years old. It's how she looks now. And it was a brilliant idea. So we just contacted her. I met her in a cafe. We talked very simply about the script, the character. She understood immediately the color I wanted for the character. Mm-hmm. And it was delightful collaboration with all of them, all the cast. I feel quite lucky.
Hey, one of the things that I'm actually amazed is the house itself, the house in the countryside. Where did you find the house? Did you really film in a large house like that?
No, by the way, we cheated with 3 different locations. We have one house for outdoor scenes. By the way, the first shot on this long pan, it's a fake. We just added a house on a small hill, but we have one house for outdoors. It was southwest of London. For ground floor, for indoor scenes, ground floor and first floor, we found another house in South London. But we built the basement in studio because it was so specific for the story. And it doesn't really exist, this kind of basement in England. With this car, it's kind of garage, basement, underground. It's more French, by the way. And I understood when I write in England, it's from French imaginary, but it doesn't really exist, this kind of basement. So, and with this save, with this connection with kitchen, it was very precise. Also for filming, I wanted specific shots, circular shots, at one point. It's quite complicated, and the only way to reach that, it was to build everything. And to connect these three different locations into one magical house.
Well, that's movie magic. You fooled me.
Good. It's good that it works.
Let's talk about your main actress, Maisie Williams. After all, she's coming off of Game of Thrones, so it must have been really lucky and very grateful that you managed to score her for your film.
I feel very incredibly lucky. When we contacted her, the last season of Game of Thrones was not released yet, and I think she became #1 IMDb star meter when we started shooting, because it was the period when she killed this villain in Game of Thrones, and she was becoming incredibly famous. And so we were very excited because it's a great opportunity, of course, to play with this level of actress. But she's so generous as an actress. She's so delightful that it was really a pleasure to work with her. And it's a low budget movie. It's 1 million, around 1,300,000. So we shot in 23 days, and it was very important to speak the same language with all the actors, with all the crew. It was challenging for me because my English is not so good. So to find a good vocabulary with the actors, and it was quite not so easy. But hopefully I had a great team around me, and I think we find the good balance. And so it was very easy process just to work with these actors. They were so generous, intense, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
As a French director yourself, why did you want to direct a movie in English? I mean, it's very challenging.
Yeah, it's for a different reason. First, it's economical reason. It's quite hard in France to find money for this kind of story. We don't have real examples of horror French movies who had good success in cinema, or it's a second step when it's on DVD or something. Then it's easier. But it was too hard for them to imagine to make this movie in French. We didn't want to have just a few euros to do this movie. We wanted at least minimum to. And also for the story, it was important because we don't have the same culture regarding the connection with the middle upper class. In France, we cut it the head of our kings, and at the opposite of the English. So it's not exactly the same connection with the social conflict. It's not the same. And I think it was more efficient to do it in England with this different level of connection. It would have been more funny in France. It would have been more a comedy. There we could reach something colder, something more elegant, despite this 90s shitty fashion, because the story takes place in the 90s. But the shock of generation, the conflict of social status appeared to me stronger in English, and also you can reach, I think, great actors in England. I think they play. I think there is a really different way to play between France and England. I noticed that when I arrived in England. I think in France we have amazing actors really, but to play more with brain, it's more intellectual play. It's quite amazing. But in England, they play with the body, and it's more cinematic in some ways. It's more intense, and it was what I was looking for the owners, because it's mainly about interaction between characters, how things goes wrong so far. And it's more, by the way, it's more psychological thriller than a horror movie. So the challenge was really to find the good levels, good colors with the actors.
Excellent. Well, let me wrap it up with one more question. This is your feature film directorial debut, because you came from short films and television. How was your overall experience?
Of course, it's an amazing experience because you work on your own material. At the opposite of commercial, I did some commercials. I work on series. It was never my script. It's very hard to develop a story for television. 6 episodes, maybe on few seasons. It's really another job. Here, I worked with my friend Mathieu Gompel, and we worked so hard during few months on this story that it's your child. It's really more personal. And I had, thanks to my producers, I had total freedom, artistic freedom to make this movie from the top until the end, for the casting, for the artistic direction. I was really free. So it's the main difference, and I really enjoyed it, of course. And I can't wait to have a second feature project. For now, I work on another shooting for television. For French television. It's great also. I'm a director, I'm not really a writer. I enjoy my work as a director, even to work from another material. But when it's from your stomach.
Mm-hmm.
It's of course it's more challenging, and it's at the end you're happier when it works. You feel more satisfaction. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, hey, Julius, hey, thank you very much for speaking with
Thank
me.
you.
Hope perhaps we'll do this again next time.
Okay, sure, with pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much for your time.
Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you. Bye bye.